the insert. And in this video, I believe I did not do slide 2 for you. So we'll start with, actually we're in task 2 over here right now. So we're going to go to insert and we're going to go to header and footer. We're clicking on footer. And as the video showed, it's going to be in the center. We're going to type Carter overview. Hopefully I'm spelling it correct. So I'm checking to make sure. Click on Don't Show on Title Slide. And click on Apply to All. Okay, so that leads me to believe I must have spelled something wrong. Add a header or footer with the date and time. Very easy, doing the exact same thing. So we're going to go to Insert. And we want a footer. And we want the date and time. And it's going, notice that it's going to display on the footer in there and to apply to all slides. Add a footer with the slide number. Again, that's just a checkbox in there. So we want to add a slide number to all slides and add slide numbers. Okay, again, basically the same thing. This time we're just going to click on slide number and apply to all. So I like the way they do these things one step at a time. Add a hyperlink to a web page. Well, again, that's pretty easy to do. It may be a little bit tricky to find for some time because it doesn't always say hyperlink. Sometimes it does. Sometimes whether you're in Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, a lot of times they say different word. So on slide 3, add the text, visit our site to the blah, 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 blah. So what we want to do is we're going to go to insert and let's see if we can find hyperlink anywhere. And we're looking. Okay, here's what you're looking for. Now we have not typed the text, visit our site. So what we need to do on slide 3, we need to put in visit our text. It doesn't actually tell us where to do it. So we have, visit our site over here. Again, need to read the instructions. So I'm going to select visit our site. And now notice that link is there. Let's look at the drop down arrow and see what it is. So we have nothing else that we can do. So we're going to click on insert link. Then it brings this box up and gives us some options. You could actually link to different slides. So here we're going to physically type in www.rcc.com. You could link to a file in your folder, such as like you might want to link to an Adobe PDF or something to that effect. So here we have, okay, that looks good. All right, so we want to enter slide notes. All right, well, slide notes is pretty easy. Enter the text in the notes pane in slide 3. Well, the notes pane may or may not be open. So if it's not open, click on notes. And now you have add notes. So I need to see what it says to add. Emphasize security. Boom. Okay, delete a slide. Well, that's really kind of easy. Delete slide 2. You can click on cut. If you want, you should be able to right click and choose delete, or you can just hit the delete key. So let's right click. I like right clicking. And delete slide. Task incorrect. Okay. Delete slide 3. Of course, if I deleted the right slide, that might help. So let's try this again. Okay. Duplicate a slide. I usually use Control D. But again, if you can't remember them, right click is the place that you should start. And look, it says duplicate slide. You could, like I said, just hit Control D and that will do the same thing. Just make sure that you're in the side panel there and not actually in the slide itself. Add a transition to a single slide. Okay, wants a drape slide in here. So again, you have your options to add to all slides or just a single slide. So we have transition and we'll find drape. And as soon as we find, here's drape. Now, notice I'm not clicking on apply to all. If I wanted it on all, I would just click on it. Add a transition to all slides. So obviously this will be the one. Cover transition to the subtitle, category, and slides in the presentation. Add a cover. Okay, too bad I don't understand what that means. Apply the cover transition from the subtitle category. Okay, that makes it easier. So we'll go to we want to do the cover transition as soon as we can find it. Here it is. And we want to apply it to all slides. At 8:18 in the morning, my eyes do not always function properly. Change this transition duration. Pretty easy. So we're going to go to the transition from slide 1 to 5 seconds. So of course we go to transitions. You can see that it's already there. And then we just change the transition to the duration to 5 seconds. Change the transition effect options. Okay, apply from top left option to the transition on slide 1. So if we already have a transition, it'll show up, which we do. So we're going to go to effect options and it wants us to top left. Copy and paste an object. Well, you pretty much know how to do that. Copy the graphic above the text artificial intelligence on slide 3. Slide 2 to slide 3. All right, so here is the graphic. So you can just right click and choose copy. You can hit Control C and we're going to click on this now and then we're going to just paste it. And once you paste it, you just move it to where you want to move it to. Insert a shape. Again, you pretty much know how to do that. We want to insert the 5-point star shape from the stars and banners to the left side of the bullet list on slide 2. So we're going to add it over here. So we're going to go to insert and hopefully find shapes. Here they are. And it wants the 5-point star in there from the stars and banners. So let's find 5-point. This looks like 5-point stars. And then we'll just draw it over here. You could also just click. Align text. All right. So let's see what it wants us to align. Center the subtitle. Okay. So this is, I'm guessing, is the subtitle text. Although I would think this would be the title text. So let's see which one they actually want. Center the subtitle text. Not sure what they're actually talking about, but let's go to arrange. And we need to do two things. We need to align to the slide and then align center. So let's go, align to the slide is already checked, so that's good. And then we'll do align center. Task incorrect. Okay, well that stinks. So let's just try Control E. And it does not like that. So let's select it and try Control E. And obviously we are not doing something right. So let's find out which one. So we have crashed and burned on this one, which is okay, because what they want you to do is not always what you think it is. And even though I know the answer, let's do it here.
PowerPoint uses left alignment in text placeholders, so the text is aligned flush with the left border of the placeholder. However, you can easily select text and then use the alignment buttons in the paragraph group to center, right align, or justify the text. Justified text is even along both the left and right borders and may stretch or squeeze words to make them fit. Select the subtitle placeholder containing the text Overview of Technology Services for Carter Healthcare. The text is currently aligned to the left side of the placeholder. You want to center the subtitle so that it coordinates with the title above it. In the paragraph group on the ribbon, click the Center button. The text is now centered between the left and right borders of the placeholder.
Okay. The reason why I went that route is I wanted you to see the difference between aligning a text object and the text inside of the box. So that way you understand it. Now you can do the whole thing just by clicking the box itself here. And then here, apparently Control E did not seem to do the trick in here. And we're still doing incorrect. So, all right, so we're going to slide the subtitle text. We're going to click on this here. Going to make sure that it's actually selected. And we're going to click on the center. And that seemed to work. Okay, enter text in a shape. Again, right click is your friend. So enter the text in consistent records. So the easiest thing to do is start out with a right click and see what we have. Then we have edit text. And then we can type inconsistent results or records. And that worked out good. Change the smart art style. Wow. We haven't done that for a while. But that's actually fairly easy. On slide 2, apply the back brick scene smart art style to the 5th option in the 3-day thing. So here's our smart object. If we're clicking it here. So we want to go to either design or format. It's going to be one of those two. So here is our Smart Art Styles, happens to be in design, and it says the 5th option in the 3D section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That says brick scene. Yes. Okay. Again. All right. So we'll do 22 out of the 44. Convert text to a smart object. Now that's something we haven't done before, but there actually is an option that says convert text to smart object in here. So, but what I'm probably going to allow you to do, we want to convert the bullet text in the chevron list smart object to section object in here. So, do we want to do all of this, or do we just want to do part of it? So you can see that drawing tools, and we have format in here, and there is an actual convert in here to smart object. So what I want to do here is I want to do the observe to see exactly which they want us to do.
To help communicate complex ideas in a presentation, you can quickly convert existing text into a Smart Art graphic by using the Convert to Smart Art button on the Home tab. Place the insertion point anywhere within the placeholder with the bulleted list. In the paragraph group, click the Convert to Smart Art button. The Smart Art Gallery opens, offering a variety of different layouts. In the Smart Art Graphics Gallery, click the chevron list option, the second option in the 3rd row.
Okay, so that's good. So we had two questions. I wasn't sure if they wanted both of these or just one of these in here. That's where the observe to go. It doesn't always give you the entire explanation of what you want. The other thing I wanted to show you was that the normal place to go would be format. But as you can see, there is no convert to smart object. So once that happens, you could try insert or you could start on home. And you can see here is convert to smart object. The reason why it's actually on home is because it's really more designed for text than an object itself. So that hopefully makes sense to you. But again, you have different options to click on when you're not sure where something is. So it wants us to do the second option in the third row. So it's second option, this is the third row, and we want to do a chevron list. Okay, in smart, insert smart object, smart art. We want to insert the alternating hexagons smart art from the list category in the empty placeholder, which is here. So first thing you can do is look to see if there's a smart art. So there's a smart art graphic, or you can go into here and do it. Since it's already here, let's go here. And we want alternating hexagons from the list category. So this looks like alternating hexagons. And once you do, click on OK. Now, I think smart objects are pretty nice. I believe that when you're doing a presentation, I think that would make it really look nice for you. So hopefully you'll be able to do it. Okay, merge shapes. Okay. Well, are they talking about grouping or are they actually talking about merging? So select a large arrow and then the chevron shape, then merge them using the subtract option. Okay, that may or may not make sense in here. So it says select a large arrow and then select the chevron shape, which is this. So what are they actually talking us to do? So they don't really give you a merge here. We can try right click over here and see what that has to say. We can try arrange here and see what that has to say. A lot of times you'll be using group and ungroup to make one object into something else. So let's see what they actually want us to do in here with the subtract. And that's basically you're going to separate the items.
PowerPoint allows you to merge shapes with other shapes to create interesting effects. To merge selected shapes, on the Drawing Tools Format tab in the Insert Shapes group, you click the Merge Shapes button. You then choose one of the options in the Merge Shapes gallery. Select the light blue arrow shape. Because you will be merging the arrow shape with the chevron shape, you need to select both shapes. While pressing and holding down Shift, click the dark blue chevron shape. The order in which you select the shapes affects the outcome of the merge. Click the Drawing Tools Format tab on the ribbon. In the Insert Shapes group, click the Merge Shapes button. If you hover the mouse over the options in the Merge Shapes gallery, you can preview how.
Okay, I wanted to show you the observe for two reasons. One, that you're actually the subtract reason is because this overlaps over here. And the group just makes them one step there, one complete object. If you unmerge these here, then you would see part of this arrow would be gone because it's going to select. So it's basically making a shape exactly what you see right here, not an arrow that goes all the way down here. If I click this, you notice that it's there in here. So that's going to be gone. So we're going to click here Then we're going to control click. We're going to go into format, and here's our merge shapes. And notice there's a combine, union. Notice the difference between each one. Fragment, intersect, and subtract. So we're going to choose the subtract, and boom. All right, add an outline to a shape. We have 2 more to go. I think you pretty much know how to do that. Add a 6-point blue accent outline to the arrow shape on slide 2. There's an arrow shape. So you can go to format and see if there's a shape outline. And there happens to be a shape outline there. And we want 6-point blue accent 2. So this is blue accent 2. And then we need to do the weight. And apply a shape effect. Wow, that sounds exciting. Apply the off-axis right shape effect to the title option in the second row in here. Let's see. The right effect in here. So we want here. So let's look to see if there's anything that says shape effects. Oh, look at this, shape effects. So then we want to go in here. Let's see, option in the second row of the parallel section in here. Well, I don't see a parallel show in here. So what are we going to do? Oh, look at this. That's text effects, not shape effects. So my point being is, if you don't see what you're looking for, check to see the difference between text and shape to make sure you have the correct one selected. So here we have shape effects, and do we see parallel? Second row of the shape effects to see parallel. All right, well, I'm not seeing parallel. So we're going to go through in here, shadow and reflection, glow. Okay, we're not going to see parallel. So this is probably a good time in here, the shape effects gallery. This is probably a good time to go in and check and see what we need to do in Observe.
You can add special emphasis to a shape by applying effects including shadows, reflections, glows, soft edges, bevels, and 3D rotations. To apply a shape effect, in the Drawing group or on the Drawing Tools Format tab in the Shape Styles group, click the Shape Effects button. Select the arrow shape. In the Drawing group, click the Shape Effects button. Several types of preset effects are displayed on the Shape Effects menu. If you hover over the different effects in the gallery, the Live Preview feature shows how each will look if applied to the shape. On the Shape Effects menu, point to 3D Rotation. The 3D Rotation Effect option gallery is displayed. In the Parallel section of the gallery, click the Off-Axis 1 Right option.
Okay, so we're going to do this again. So, now, here's my issue with some of these instructions. And I do these ahead of time, so I really know where they kind of give you a gotcha. I don't recall it saying a parallel section of the Shapes Effects gallery. So it really is misleading time. Use the Observe. And don't worry about if you don't remember every single thing, because it's impossible. There's 18 million in there. So we're going to click this here. Okay, we already have the shape effects already going. So let's go in here and choose 3D rotation. And then it says the second option in the second row here, which is off axis 1.